Henk Akmans here, Supply Chain Dynamics, Chapter 12, Collaborative KPIs. Sydea Gameplay 2, Customer Queries. From now on, I'll simply keep using both the collaborative KPI scenario and because that's what historically happened, and a scenario in which this regime did not take place, which is the blue line. The reason is that the blue line simply goes to a very extreme level. Something else would probably have happened, and the green line simply shows what historically happened. What you see is that actually let's talk about until month 23. Perhaps that's just as illustrative. Until month 23. There isn't really a big change. You see the work backlog for the buyer growing as a result of the fact that there are more queries coming in. More queries have to be dealt with. And this also means that we gradually need more capacity to deal with all those queries. Where does the work come from? The work comes from regular order handling, simply the new customers and the customer churn. Both customers that leave KPN, leave as a customer, require work, and also new customers. And there are always some issues there that require somebody to pick up the phone or answer an email. And there's work from disruptions, and disruptions comes from, well, disruptions per year, and that comes from IT quality, basically. There's a nonlinear relationship there, that the greater the gap in the IT quality, the greater the number of disruptions you may expect per customer. So there is definitely an effect of IT quality on disruptions here. So new queries goes up not so much from the work from order handling, because that's pretty flat, but really from the amount of work resulting from disruptions. As a result of this, we also need more staff, and the staff is growing. This is basically a negative feedback loop with a cap on it for the capacity handling of agents. And as you see, since we're approaching with 243 in month 23, the cap of 250, quickly the number of agents that can be hired is slowing down. For financial reasons, that was already happening. I don't really know if it had been going on, was so drastically or whatever, but it's certainly so that there were strong cost reductions happening. When you run the model for the whole time period, of course, then the differences between the collaborative KPI regime and an unchanged policy become pretty dramatic. But that's really where the capacity available for query handling comes from. There's a workload triggered capacity adjustment process, and the capacity available for query handling then you find back up here in the rate equation for query handling. And that's the logic behind query handling for customers.